Doesn't work because it's saying thanks for watching, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
Right, I think we should be live now.
Thanks for watching.
Please, alright. So on my stream it's still saying
Yeah, there it is.
thanks for watching.
Alright, now
Is it
we're
on
back.
now?
Yeah, now we're back.
Alright. We're fully back now. Okay. Hello everyone and welcome to round 3 of the RPL tier with SSR. You're here with me, Arrow, and Haters.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And try and get up the standings to see how RPL is looking. I'm pretty sure Payox has won both of the first 2 races, so I think he should have a strong lead so far.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised. I don't really follow the RPL standings that closely, but I mean, Payox is he's always up there. As the Alpine
Oh, he spun. And speaking of Zampa, he's currently second in the standings behind Payox, followed by Budweiser, and then Jad Adams 4 points behind Bud, and then there's a bit of a gap to the rest of the field. But yeah, we're doing Q1. Oh, that's why Division's retired. It's because we're doing Q1 currently, and there's no reason to be doing Q1 because there's only 15 people here.
Yeah, I think generally everybody is safe. Everybody could retire and still go through.
Yeah. No one will be eliminated. The only way you can get eliminated now is if you crash the car.
Pretty much. That'd be horrible.
So if you were to get eliminated in Q1, you've kind of did it yourself at this point.
I think at most we'll just eliminate just one person. Make it,
and then
eliminate 4 people after that in Q2 to have a top 10 shootout for Q3. That's what I'm assuming.
Let me know if how the stream's looking, Haters, because it's just buffering on my end. Can't really get it loaded.
Well, on my end, it's running pretty well. I don't see anything bugging or anything like that.
Alright.
You check the audio.
Yeah, just check everything, see how it's run, because currently I can't really get it up working.
Yeah. At least I'm watching it from my phone and everything's good. Like, it's smooth and then our audio's clear. So, as far as I'm looking at it, it's fine.
Yeah, it's now up on my computer and now it's working. It just took a very long time to load. But, yeah.
That Wi-Fi.
Well, yeah, my Wi-Fi is not great most of the time. And then I think there's like thunder and lightning tonight, which doesn't help.
No, geez. Funny enough, I also have this in my right now too. It's not really raining hard, but I can definitely hear thunder off into the distance.
Well, we'll go on board with Payox's. Maxim gives him a strong toe. Just to see what he can do in the throwaway. And he goes up into third, and currently the leader is Stetter with 5/10, but I can't really tell if anyone is pushing.
I think at mostly everyone's just putting a general lap in. Maybe not a completely fast one.
Right. I think everyone should be safe, from what I'm hearing, at least in the RPL chat. I don't think anyone will be eliminated. Even Division, who's already retired.
No, if that's the case, I'd rather just already just retire. Maybe just move on to Q2.
Yeah. Would save a lot of time, but
I don't know, guys like to at least put in a lap just to get a general feel for the track, and sort of like
yeah,
prep yourself for an actual hobby lap.
It does help with practice.
Because I know it's tough for some guys to, to generally practice. We each have our own lives, so sometimes we're just too busy, and not really have the time of day to really practice like that.
Is that Zamba dead? Yep, Zamba's dead.
And Zampa dead. Oh no.
Oh, and JG's hit the wall as well. What? So I just went on board with JG, and we've seen Zampa's car, it completely retired, into the wall, and then JG also spun into the wall, but kept the car going.
Oh man, that's interesting to see.
Oh,
The sucks for Zampa
Zampa's
though, 'cause
having,
now he's on the bottom of the standings.
and he also won't be able to go through to Q2 without retirement. But he's saying he's having wheel issues, so
Oh man. How long is it gonna take for this game to fix its issues and bugs? And I mean, I'm sure it's just getting frustrating at some point.
I'm on pad, and they seem to have most things fixed. That don't seem to have any issues, but it seems wheel players are still having a lot of issues. And Zampa's clearly still had an issue with his wheel.
Yeah. I feel bad for the guys on wheel because, obviously there's a lot more money involved. This team just like getting a pad. And
also it seems like a lot easier for pad players now, because pad players don't have to go through the frustration of like a wheel player, like dealing with those glitches. Because whenever you're dealing with the game glitching, you just kind of want to give up. So you kind of fall behind the pace when you're waiting for the game to update.
Yeah. I remember, what was it? The only major issues I remember having in the first week or two of this game coming out was the fact that I couldn't be in the Xbox party without having constant audio issues. Like if you ever had the game audio just cut constantly back in and out.
Yeah, I had those audio issues, and they were not great, but thankfully they're fixed now.
Yeah, thankfully.
I'm on board with Maiden, and I can't tell if it's just my internet, but he seems to be lagging about it a lot. And Axe is gonna do a lap on the inters. I think that's currently the best tire.
I'd say so, yeah, because it's very dark.
Yeah.
It's very dark outside,
Yeah, very dark outside, might be cloudy.
Look, even the track,
like, I think
resort to turning on all the stadium lights. Like, that's how dark it is.
Yeah, I think Axe might have he might have a jump on the rest of the field here. So he clearly knows something no one else does.
It would be funny if he manages to just bend it into a wall.
Oh, and he's major lockup coming out of the pits. Oh, and he spun. Maybe he's just trying to get heat in the rears. That's probably just what he's doing. That's my guess.
I think so, yeah. Just do one donut. Usually, donuts help out with your retires and
yeah. He's went on the gravel a bit, just helpful grip, etc. And then who else is on lap? JG's on lap. And then I'll see what everyone else is saying now in that. Haven't actually got the chat up and working because the stream will not load for me properly, so If anyone's commenting, I can't see any of them currently.
Well, at least on my end, if anybody is gonna type in the chat, I think it'll pop up nice for me. Oh, we'll see.
And then JG's backed out his lap.
Axe is about to start his lap on the enters.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's gonna be like a 1:15.
Yeah.
As SV13 random guy joins. A lot.
Yeah. Owen Maiden's retired on track. That's not great.
I don't know. How fortunate. Oh well.
Oh, that's damage. That's a lot of damage. I wonder will JG see him? Or will he retire? He'll probably disappear. But
Yeah, gone.
I wish someone would tell them that they could have just retired from the start and none of this would have happened.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone was aware, to be honest.
Well, Stanner so far is aware in the chat, but it doesn't. I don't know if anyone else is. I'm guessing the people who've retired are aware. And then I think Axe is just trying to intimidate the rest of the grid with this lap time. And then JG seems to be ruining all of his tires. I'm thinking.
I mean,
Because I've seen him do like.
Is that different sets, is it?
I think he's did like 3 different sets. I'm not entirely sure. I hope he hasn't.
Right.
But as we see Axe fly around this last corner, we'll see what this one lap, this lap is. Oh, and he jumps Bradley by a massive margin. Massive margin. Look at that margin between him and Bradley.
Absolutely amazing lap time by Axe, man. Who could have thought he could have pulled that much of a gap? Oh man, pure talent, man. Pure talent.
Axe has made that car look like an F1 car to an F2 car. Like that's the bigger gap he's pulled, like maybe even an F3 car.
So what
I wonder
even
is the
matter
way to.
for these guys to just retire on track?
Yeah, if you retire on track by just clicking retire on track, I think it's fine. But if you hit the wall, then you won't be able to continue. This is JG's second set, I think, or might be his third. I think it's his second.
No, if it is his second,
But
I hope he has more tires in him. Oh, he's in the garage waiting for him.
well, it doesn't let you select more tires, so maybe he's just practicing Q1 and then he's gonna fully commit to a medium for next session.
Could be. I know some guys are gonna choose medium, so it'll be interesting to see who does what. And we're just waiting on Axe come into the pits.
And as he has those enters, he's able to fly into the pits, and definitely no other reason behind that. So far the chat is just asking these last 3 to retire. And Maxim has, so we'll see out of JG and Bradley who can retire first. They will win a cookie. Let's see who it is.
I'll put some elevator music on this. Well,
Dum, dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Bradley's not retired, but
Neither is JG.
I was seeing people telling JG to retire, and I was like, but Bradley also hasn't retired, so can you tell both of them at this point?
Where everyone's just sitting in their cars. How about everyone just, look around the paddock? Maybe they've just gone to the toilet or something. Has anyone bothered to check over there?
Yeah. This is an exciting Q1.
Can get some ramen right about now. And there's genuinely enough time between now and until we actually get something happening.
Well, we've got 30 seconds, and it's feeling like it's New Year's Eve. The way we're looking at the rest of the clock. There's a lot of people playing JG, and he's still. And then I don't know why Bradley's just not retiring either. JG's retired, so Bradley, you are our weakest link. Goodbye.
Red Bradley.
I don't know if haters if
Cookie.
I don't know if you've ever watched that show. It's like a UK show, The Weakest Link.
No, I've not seen it.
But great show. But as we can see from the top 15, everyone made it through bar Maiden and Zamba because they binned the car, so they won't have a car for Q2.
Oh wow, you actually had a point of crushing a car on Q1 because Division made it through even though he never put in a time.
But I think the one you have to look out for Axe is on those enters. Like, that strategy no one else is thinking of. So he's the one you have to look out for. Maiden is asking how he's starting 14th, and he doesn't know that because you crash, you don't automatically get another car back.
The team can
But,
only afford
no.
one car, Maiden. They don't have money like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen like a team use a spare car, but we'll see who's on a lap standard, I think, or who's that first out?
This is Division out first, followed
Division.
by
In the Williams.
yep, followed by Stenner and McLaren, and then Maxim in the Alpha.
And I'm thinking, what would you say is the best strategy for around here? Because I wouldn't really know.
Soft medium is more doable in this game than it was in the last one. Mediums are super hard, and oh, Maxim kind of just almost collected Division on that outlap just now.
Oh, he's ghosted and everything. But, and, oh, what's happening here?
Oh!
Why are they all together? But as you see,
Oh.
what's happening?
Someone's
Maxim and
not too happy.
Division are battling for no reason.
Maxim's deploying that flaps, flapping the DRS up and down.
I don't know who's not happy, but someone isn't.
I went on to Division, all I saw was an Alfa Romeo spinning right in front of them, so I don't know Something
I
happened
just
there.
seen three cars going into the one corner, and I was not liking that because it's only quality. But we'll go on board with Stanner for his lap of qualifying in Q2. See what he can do in the mediums. I was talking to Stanner yesterday, and he said Bahrain's one of his specialties, so I guess we'll see.
Yeah, Bahrain. Sometimes I feel like Bahrain is such a basic track sometimes. It's a nice track, but it's not great either. It's got its own little characteristics I don't really like. And more so like through this section. Yeah, specifically through here with the curves all being too high. Touch them, dead.
And then this corner is so horrible with tire wear. Like, if you're planning to go any way long with the sauce at this track, it's awful. Because you have to brake so early for that corner if you are on the softs, but that's maybe why it's better maybe to do a medium run like a lot of these drivers are doing.
Yeah, I'm sure some of them might be feeling out the mediums. Now sometimes people like to do a medium run and then a soft run to sort of kind of make the other guy double think about his strategy.
Well, I would like to do it in Q2, just like, even if I knew I was doing the softs, I would do a medium run for just practice to make sure I've got my line right at least.
So far, that medium run that Snare just put in looking pretty good. It's a 26.8. That's a pretty decent time.
That's Billion off track. Billion must have spun coming out of that long right-hander. But I'm seeing a lot of yellow flags and a lot of cars close together.
Yeah,
JG spun somewhere and he's got some damage. Front wing is completely off.
Wonder what happened there. Too much?
I think he just spun into the wall. But trying to find out who now who's on the lap. I think it will be Monkey around next on the mediums. So we'll see if he can beat Center's time of a 26.8. And he's just went shy of it, so
27.
So far I'm thinking Stenner and Monkey might be safe in these mediums, because if you look at JG and Division on the softs, they're nowhere near, and Division's struggling that Williams.
Yeah, both those times are actually pretty good, strong times. I think I won't be surprised if just retire in garage.
And we'll see Bradley as he comes around. The AlphaTauri, 129. And should be Kings across the line next, who's won the first two races. He's done a 27.8. So yeah, as it's looking so far, I think Stanner and Monkey should be safe, just from what I'm gathering from these times. Dub Z in the mediums up to third. That's a great lap for Dub Z.
Yeah, sure. Even just the top three guys are going to be safe through Q3 of those times.
Trying to figure out what cars run next. There's an Alpine of Axe. Well, he's on an outlap, so it should be Bradley again. And I think Bradley might be pushing. And if he's either pushing or not managing his tyres. It looks more like he's pushing. But if he comes into the pits, then it'll be like kind of ruin your tyres for the race.
Yeah. He's done multiple laps on that same set. It's gonna be a little bit worn out by when you start on. But yeah, I guess he was pushing. Let's see if he does improve. And he does.
Well, we by 8/10, but isn't enough to gain a place. And the monkey is around. Monkey spun it. He's did a couple laps on these mediums, which I wouldn't advise because he's got a good enough time on the mediums. You'd want to just keep the tyre wear low once you've got a good enough lap. Unless he thinks it might not be good enough.
It could be. I'd be surprised if anybody does end up going faster at those times. I mean, some of the slower cars might struggle, but I think they're safe for the most part. Even if they do drop P6, 7, the main important part is just getting to Q3.
And Steiner has retired in the pits, and I think Monkey will do the same. Craig's on an out lap. I think Axe will be around next. And we've seen this kind of lap times he was doing on the inters in Q1, so I think he's going to put this straight on pole, like, with that information. That's ninth. It's exactly what I said.
There's a strong time of a 28.3, but he's right on that cusp of getting eliminated. I wouldn't be surprised if he decides to go on softs.
And then Bahrain moves up into 6th. I think Bradley's going to come to the pits. And it's the Mercedes of JG on an out lap. And then I think Maxim should be on an out lap. Which would mean Payox is around next. Although he's going slow, so I think he's coming on the pits as well. And the vision's invalid on his first lap on those softs. He's going to go around again. Oh, he's left. Right, I'm going to have to invite division again.
Connection, gotta love it.
Oh, and he's appearing offline as well. Oh no, no he's not. I just had to scroll down more. He has that little like notch in front of his name, which means it doesn't come under D.
Yeah, I think it's I.
And then Axe does another lap on those mediums and goes up to 7th. And Billian's gonna go into probably get softs because they might not be far enough to stay. I think should be safe on like Payox's time. If you can get up to it, you'll be safe. JG does.
The division's kind of in danger of getting eliminated now. Not much separating from him and Charisma. I wonder if they're gonna go out on stops. At least when he comes back into the session.
I'll see him rejoin or invite him again. Yeah, he's in. So he should have enough for a final lap. And JG is a purple first, so he's doing another lap on these softs, so I think he thinks he's not safe.
I would feel safe if I was a Mercedes, to be fair.
And you've got to think there's only 3 spaces to fall into that you can be eliminated by as well in this qualifying session.
Yeah.
Because of Maiden and Sampa's retirement.
From Maxim is about to finish his lap. on those mediums, so he's looking to improve. Backs out of it.
Into the pits, so he's going to try and get out as quickly as possible on some softs, I'm guessing.
If there isn't time, there's about 2.5 minutes left.
And JG set basically pole lap time on those softs in the Merc. But the next person to look at will be Budweiser, I think. And Bradley as well, who'll be starting his lap after Bud. So Bud won't have enough time to go on the softs, so he's committing to the mediums. So he'll hope he can get into Q3 on these, and he has the invisible helmet as well. So it's
He's gonna have to bring into the 27s if he wants to be safe, so it's gonna look pretty tight. There's already a lot of people in there.
as Bud comes around the final corner.
Ooh,
Up in the
27,
7th, that's a good lap time.
Good
That
time
is
from
Force
Bud.
Division into the bottom 3.
The division's gonna be out on the softs, so already have a general pace advantage now.
And Bradley's coming around the final corner, and this might be his last lap. And he doesn't set a better time, so I'm guessing he's gonna go for an extra lap. Hopefully he's filled the car up enough to go for that second run. And Billion will be across the line next, and he's 9th, so he's right on the cusp. Oh, and Billion goes fastest by 3/10. Wow. Was not expecting that.
Yeah, but it looked like he had a lot more pace and softs than that run on the mediums. Hit out really well.
Definitely. And now qualifying is finished, so once you cross the line, that'll be your final lap. So we'll see what Division can do as he comes across. Up into 5th, that's a beautiful lap. And I will say that the cutoff was like a 27.5, and it's starting to close up to that now. Cross the line next will be Budweiser on the mediums. He's just gonna come into the pits. And Axe is invalid, so Charisma could potentially eliminate him here. Bradley and Maxim are across and haven't improved, so the only thing that can happen now is if Charisma improves, he can jump Axe.
This will be the last chance for Charisma. He's looking not too bad, it's pretty smooth. You can get a good exit through here. Using a lot of track.
Almost gone wide there, but beautifully kept it in.
Probably just ate a little bit too much of that inside curve. That's if he does improve.
Yep, up into 5th, so that pushes Axe into 11th, and maybe Axe will prefer that, so we could maybe have a different strategy.
Yeah, I most likely probably choose the mediums early on.
But now that Q2 is done, I think we could look at the standings maybe, or we'll just have a quick look at the standings. I'll see if this works, because it's my first time running the program that Zampa usually runs, and you'll see it on your screen there. I think it says there, yeah. Pyox is leading tier 1, followed by Monkey, and I believe it's you hitters in 3rd,
Yep.
and then Tier 2 led by Arrow, yours truly. And then Oleg and Maestro following. And then Tier 3, Michael, Sarp, and then Zigstar.
Basically, from my point of view, my stream is probably like a second or two lagging behind yours, from what I can see.
And then you can see the realistic standings there with it is what you're watching right now. And then I'll try and
just popped up as soon as you finish that sentence.
And then I'll try and switch back on the race now. I think that's us. So I'm hoping the program has worked the way it's supposed to. And well, so far the noteworthy things from Q2 is that Division's made it in on the in the Williams, and pretty much every other car probably should be making it into Q3.
So now there's a basic fight for pole. Let's see.
Zampa said, "Well done" to me. Thank you for the praise, Zampa, for being able to get up the standings. And then Stenner's going to be first out again in this next session, so he's not wasting any time. Just wants the clean air to get us lapping. Well, he's closely followed by the Merc, so we'll see if he lets the Merc through or what's going to happen here.
This might cause a little bit of a traffic build-up.
Yep, we're going to start to see traffic pile up to the final corner here. Because the Merc wants to get going and Stenner's trying to create space for his lap.
Really closely as galloping down, just let Red Bull
Merc
go.
of Dubsy. Dubsy's close, or rather close.
It's, I would say, a little too close. I think it's gonna have a little bit of an effect from the dirty air Stenner.
Yeah. It might help on the straights, but once you come into the tight corners, you start to lose a lot of time. But you know, if Dubsy puts it on pole, then I can't really say anything.
He'll just take all of our comments back, go right up to him.
But on board with Stenner, and I don't really know much about sector times. That maybe might be more your thing, because I can't tell what sector's good.
At least from
I just see
looking on board, it does look really good. It's gonna be a fast one.
Yeah. I've just seen the purple middle sector, but I can't tell if that's a glitch or not, because you never know. But I know Stenner's quick, so I'm guessing it is a purple middle, and Aston Martin of Billions off. And Stenner was 25.7. Dubsy at 27.3. Monkey at 25.8. Division at 27.6. Budweiser at 26.6. And JG 27.9. So our best time so far was like a high 26, and then Stenner and Monkey have probably blown that time out of the water by a second, and then Charisma up into third as well.
Well, Monkey and Stenner are pretty much in their own sort of a little class, only a 10, less than that actually. And then
it seems throughout the session it's going to be them two just battling each other. They won't have to worry about the rest of the grid.
the biggest benefit that having to have is to make Charisma starting right behind both of them, third, if he can keep that spot.
And then Payox does a 26.3. I think what we've seen from Dub's time is that he did lose time being behind, standing in the dirty air.
Yeah. The fact that he started that close to help him out too much. I'm sure you can probably get something
Yeah.
a lot more faster than that.
Usually you want to start a bit further back, so you still get some of the benefits of the toe, but then you don't also get the negatives of the dirty air.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky to really find the correct spacing. Sometimes I feel like it's based off feel. It's whatever the person is most comfortable with. At least I try to aim for like 10, 15 car lengths for space.
And JG up to 6th, although, as I said earlier, he had used... I wonder if I can check on the race director how many tyres he's used, because I can't tell if this is his last set or not.
Yeah, I remember he used 2 sets in just Q1. So I'm assuming he used another 2 sets for Q2.
I don't remember if JG got in on the mediums or not, or was it soft, because if he used the sauce, and this is definitely his last tyre that he has to go with.
It might have been. I could have sworn he did put it on sauce.
Yeah, I also think he did it in the sauce. And then we've also got to keep an eye out for Billy and Penguin, who's on his outlap, who surprised us with that lap in the Aston Martin. His pace in the softs and mediums were very different.
Yeah, he seems to like this lap a lot more than the medium. He's gonna be starting his last lap here, so. And there are only 2 cars on the track right now.
I believe Craig's around, or coming out next. Has he yet to set a lap? And it says a purple first for Billion.
Could be. His lines are pretty nice to tight.
Mm-hmm. And that's a tough corner to get, and it seems he got it right there. And I believe Division spun on his outlap.
We went about the last corner. Gets a decent enough exit. See what kind of time he'll put.
Oh, up into 3rd.
26.3.
He's real.
394.
Rip.
The Kings 398.
Really showing his pace in his softs.
And that was about all the guys coming out now for their last one.
Although Dub Z is now coming across the line in the Merc. Up to 3rd. Oh, that's a good lap from Dub Z. This time he decided to go for the clean air, and it's benefited him a lot more.
Massive improvement from the last lap. Dubsy will be happy with that.
And I can't tell if Billion's pushing. I think he may be pushing just to get another tyre set. He's cutting it very close. Or he potentially might be pushing just to maybe doing another lap. We'll see. Yeah, he's coming in the pits. We'll see if Billion can get another lap, but it's going to be very close.
I don't think it's possible now. It takes another 30 seconds just to go through the whole animation.
And oh, and Craig's doing his lap extremely close behind Stenner.
Actually, I think Craig
That's
might have finished his lap because I remember he didn't handle that even when he put in a 26.4 just now. So unless he's pushing for a second lap, no.
no, he definitely was pushing. Or well, now he's not. That was confusing. That altercation.
I think
he's retired in the pits.
Actually, who was the next McLaren?
JG coming across the line. Does improve, but not enough to get a place. He'd probably try another lap.
So the last couple of cars, was invalid. Kings, I think, is on his lap.
Yep. Up on the fourth for Kings.
There's one,
I think Stenner's now going to start. I can't tell because the yellow. There's 8 seconds left in session. So if Craig wants to start a lap, which he's not gonna, so that's the session over. So whoever crosses the line now, that'll be their final time. And Division's backed out.
Monkey.
And Monkey will be around. Yeah. Oh, a 25.5. That'll be hard to beat. And JG. Oh, well, jumps up into 6th. That lap time. And Charisma's invalid, so he'll start 9th. So we'll go on board with Stenner to see can he improve. Can he beat that time of about 25.5 from Monkey?
About 2/10 difference.
Oh!
He's gotten really loose there, letting them cost him a good amount of time.
It's a good thing he didn't invalidate though, although he's...
Backs out. Yeah, he probably lost too much time from doing that.
Yeah. But Payox is still on lap, although he tends to have backed out as well from the sound of his engine.
That might be everybody. Yep. Kings is
Yep.
the last person.
That seems to be our starting 10, so Monkey, Stenner and Dub Z are our top 3. And as I say in the session, I'll try and see if I can get the lineup screen up. If it loads.
Well, now if Stenner and Kings can just retire.
So I'll probably need to wait until the start of the race to figure out which of the top 10's actually on the mediums. Because I was about to start talking about
Some of them are
the medium runners. I was about to start talking about the mediums runners and I was like, no, I can't even remember who's on, because I think Monkey and Stenner are on the mediums.
Yeah.
And maybe Payox and Bud, but I can't remember who else.
I think those and GG are man starting on softs. Billion, I remember he put in that 26.5 Q2, so that's softs too.
And Stenner said he was 5 tenths up on his lap before he had that wobble.
Oh, man. Oh, well, Stunner just couldn't put that lap on.
So I think I can get the lineup screen now. Should be up now. And that's just going through the lineups, and someone's readied up early, which is lovely. Hopefully, well, I'll not name and shame who it was, but they figured out who it was in the chat,
Yeah.
or the RPL chat.
This is the second time this happened so far. Because I remember it happened last week too.
Yeah.
That's what's tough about spectators. We can't even tell who ready's up.
And then in the top 10, the top 5 are starting the mediums, as well as Craig, and then the next 4 outside the top 10 are starting the mediums, and then Zamba's starting the hards. So Zamba's going for a very different strategy to the rest of the grid.
Yeah, that was not gonna be one to pin until way at the end of the race. He stayed out of trouble and make up some good places.
And then I'll see
as
if I
far
can get
as
the
everything
calendars
else
up
goes.
as well, so you can see where everyone's going. If I'm feeling like they're going to get around too quickly before all the calendars load, but
I don't think so.
we'll see. It's on the tier 2 calendar, so I think we'll have enough time.
No, tier 2 has Canada like for this Saturday.
Yeah. And I don't think my race is going to go too well,
No.
because it's not really like a pad track, and I'm going to be busy that Saturday as well, so I won't get a lot of practice either. So
And Canada is a
we'll see.
difficult track. The only part I hate most of all is Champions Wall. Such a tricky chicane.
It is a tricky chicane, but I think even that chicane in the first sector as well is a lot harder in this game as well. Just can't seem to get it right.
The curve is slightly higher than it was on last year's game.
Yeah, but I think we've all the calendars loaded now, so I think we can switch back on the race. I'm just hoping at this point it's doing everything right, because I can't fully tell.
Well, it's
When I
looking
watch
good.
back this,
It's looking really good.
when I watch back the stream, I'll be able to see. But as everyone loads in, see if we can get a good camera angle for the start of round 3, and it's 5 lights. They're out, and away we go. And Stanner's got a blind start, and Monkey's had a horrible start from pole. He's fallen down a lot of positions. Stanner's up at the first, but Monkey's made a massive send. He's kept it. Monkey's trying to get through Payox.
Super hard.
Payox really squeezing him. Oh, and Monkey's lost the back end. And he's had a let.
Went from
I'll-
bad to worse now.
Yeah, he had to let a lot of drivers through there, just to not have contact rejoining. And speaking of contact, I think Maxim's spun. Yeah, at the back there. And Stenner has already nearly a 2-second lead, and he's not even out of second sector yet.
Oh, that finally helped Stenner out to get that gap, and now there's even more fighting down happening. Is Maiden is trying to pass Bradley on the inside.
until Alpine's trying to get access to him.
And Charisma's right up behind Budweiser on the softs, and he's already up 4 positions. And Zampa gets the move done on Maiden. But as Charisma goes for the move on Bud down the straight, and in perfect timing, the camera. Oh, Charisma almost goes in the back of Dub Z. Broke very late
to go
there.
wide. Big D took advantage now. He's up there. Chris is having to defend from 2 cars at the same time, pretty much.
Oh, and JJ's trying to run the outside. Charisma doesn't let him through.
Chris was trying
But
to turn that McLaren as wide as he can. Oh, Dubsy's off. Oh, he's done. Dubsy's dead.
you can see in the background he's spun clearly on that curb, and I think that's a safety car. Can't tell if it's a virtual or a.
Virtual safety car.
It just says yellow on my screen, so it doesn't actually say whether it's a full or a virtual. Usually I just, if it doesn't say anything, usually I'd take that as a virtual. But the telemetry's a bit gone at this point in time.
Yeah,
But I think Stenner might have been out 3 seconds in the lead.
I think so. Yeah, he has good gap between him and King right now.
As long as he gets a good restart here and doesn't get a drive through, then he should be on a comfortable strategy. And hopefully as he crosses the line and everyone else crosses the line, the telemetry will fix itself. No, it's broken even more.
Did it?
That's
It's
yeah. Well,
gone
on
back.
my screen, it says Payox is 1 minute 42 behind Stenner.
Oh wow.
So
Actually, I have a different person with 1 minute 42. Division is a minute 42 behind Billion for me.
well, I also have Division and Bradley who are 1 minute 42 behind there. Whoever they're behind, so it's very hard to tell what's going on with the telemetry.
It's a perfect game, really. Oh, it's
Yeah,
going back to
flawless. And Billion has got past Craig, and I think that was Maiden lost it, maybe, or it might have been. Axe? Oh, Maiden lost it just now as I said that. I've cursed him.
Yep. As soon as you said that, they go on to Maiden and he spun.
I just seen an Alpha at the back, and I said the wrong name, and I've jinxed him.
Axe
But
probably
move
had
up
his
to the back
minute
of.
too.
Yeah, he did. And Billion's now closing up to Craig on these softs. So, or he's Billion's closing up to Monkey. I meant to say. And I think the DRS should be enabled, so JG should be able to get past Charisma with the help of the Merc as well. Oh, and Charisma moves over very late. Although JG should have the run to the next DRS straight.
This is not going to make life for JG easy. JG's going to have to really ascend it if you want that
Yeah.
position.
He's going to have to take that position.
Meanwhile, Buzz is just right behind. He's also lurking just in case JG
Yeah.
makes a mistake.
He's waiting for JG to go for something and then follow through on either side. But I think my telemetry's fixed now, and Stenner's pulled a 4-second lead, which is quite amazing for the start of this race. And Maiden, there's yellow for Maiden at the back, but he's kept it going.
You can definitely tell Bahrain is a very good driver from Stenner.
Ooh, and Maiden's retired. Ah, he's lost it on the straight, so that makes me think that He didn't lose it on the straight.
Terminal damage, what's it say?
Check the race director maybe, and Stanner set the fastest lap on the mediums. But
Terminal damage indeed. No safety car for that.
oh wait, he lost it to the left of the straight, which I don't really know how you do. Might have been intentional, but we'll see. JG's now defending from Bud and Monkey, as all this pack is very close together.
Oh,
and Axe is retired. He's lost it out of the exit of turn 3, that is.
Oh man, that's 3 cars out of the race now. After 5 laps.
And so far, no safety cars. But Stenner so far 5 seconds in the lead. He's just yapping in that McLaren.
Yeah, Stenner definitely coming up to his own now. Definitely setting the pace for everybody.
And Christmas now.
Chris is holding up this big truck and cars behind him. He's going wide.
Yeah, he's leading this massive train that goes from 3rd back to 8th. Or maybe even 9th now that you see division closing up to the DRS.
There's another chance for JG. JG gets close enough to Charisma.
I think.
Yep.
Yeah. JG should get the move done.
Massive speed advantage there.
And we'll see if he uses the pace of the Merc to try and catch up to Payox.
We're gonna have to push just a little bit more because JG is almost getting into the Payox's DRS range.
I think Monkey went for the move on Bud.
Yeah, he was behind him, now he's in front.
Yeah, we've seen that in the background there. While we're on board with JG.
Oh, JG.
Oh, JG. Oh, he's lost it. Disappointing for JG.
Oh man. It's still not over. He could probably still get it back up. He has some good pace in that merge. Sure,
It doesn't seem like he's any damage.
Sure, the softs will be dead though.
Yeah. Hopefully he can still keep it going. And he just tries to keep on his strategy.
So now
As Monkey's.
Charisma's having to defend against Monkey now.
Yeah, Monkey's got unbelievable pace in this Red Bull, by the looks of things. And around this time I'd expect the softs to be pretty useless, as Monkey's gonna look to get the move done.
Billy, one of the first soft runners to come into the pits now.
Yeah.
And he goes for another set of stops. Whoa, so that's gonna make the stop. That's interesting.
It's a bold strategy. Well, we did say in quali his pace on the softs was very good, so maybe he's using that to his advantage. Maybe he knows his pace on the softs is the best he can get, so maybe the 2-stop is his best option.
Yeah, it could be. He'll have to push extremely hard on this stint to make his main stint worthwhile. And this is where he comes into play later on for the race. Monkey just barely into that DRS range for Kings. So that now we're gonna have a new train form up behind him.
And even though Monkey did get past Charisma, he didn't really give a big gap. Charisma's still following along inside that DRS.
Charisma does seem to be suffering a little bit now with the tire degradation.
Yeah.
8 laps full soft, there's a big remain to his front left.
I think he's definitely gonna one-stop. The fact he's going a bit extra on these softs.
Ooh, Monkey's already looking. He's already looking at Kings.
Oh. He caught up a lot there.
Now he's all over him now, so now there's gonna be a fight for P2, both on the same strategy. And Stenner who's already extended his lead to 9.
This could be the most comfortable win of his career. Let's hope.
We just hope, you know, we don't
Yeah.
see a master class.
Yeah. Steiner, just don't do anything stupid, and you should be fine. And Monkey, very close to the payox. The dirty air doesn't even seem to be affecting this car at all. It seems like he's just trying to measure exactly when he wants to make a move.
I can imagine right now, being this close to Kings, and when the DRS comes around, he's gonna pull up ahead fast.
Yeah. Gets him before the start finish line with the help of the DRS. And Billion and Maxim side by side. Oof, they're close. Maxim backs out a little bit, but I think he should have the DRS.
No, really managed to get the DRS, and now he's pulling a lot.
I don't think either of them have it. That was odd. Neither of them had it on my screen.
Ripley gets the DRS again. I don't think so, no, but Maxim got it this time.
And Bud's now closing up to Charisma on these softs, so I wonder if Charisma's going to go in pretty soon. Oh, he almost lost it! There was a snap right in front of Bud. Yeah. Ooh, it's JG. Oh, JG's spun again. And Bud. Ooh, big snap from him. As I think that's Division. No, that is Zampa around, who's on the hards, and those hards struggling currently. As Bud looks for the switch into turn 1, doesn't get it, but he will have DRS for the next straight. As Charisma defend for his life here. Bud going for the switch again. As Maxim gets past Zampa as well. Bud switching again, he's just trying to go for the switchback at every moment he can. Oh!
Charisma having to take the defensive line every turn with his lap.
Yeah.
Trying to block off as much as he can. It's not really helping him at all.
Although Bud gets through now. I think Charisma needs to go into the pits now because those softs really struggling.
Yeah.
And if he stays out in these softs, then Craig's going to get him next. And Craig might even get him going into this corner. Yeah.
There's Charisma into the pits now. Yep.
Yeah. I think he was just trying to stretch those softs as long as possible so he could do softs to hards, I'm guessing.
Or he's going soft to medium.
Could be doing that as well. Although it's not something I do because I'm not as good at this game than you and him, I guess, because I'm not good at managing tires.
Well, I guess yeah, it always depends on the driver, but it does take some management to make those mediums last. He comes out right between a fight.
Oh, four cars here. Oh, 3 wide. Oh,
Oh, keep it, guys.
oh. Oh!
Oh, so imagine Zambo's trying to take advantage now.
3 wide again!
Osama has to back out.
Oh, Charisma's really happy he got past that fight because these 3 are going to be stuck in this battle. As Maxim
Charisma got super
goes
lucky
wide.
there.
Yeah, he got released into that battle and luckily escaped it. But now, yeah, Zampa's going to be in the back of the division, and then Maxim's closely following him. As Payox comes into the pits, I think he's the first of the medium runners to pit.
Yeah, he did. But is it going to hard? Is that the case? Yeah.
And Bahrain now closing up to Bradley. Although I don't think the DRS is going to help him enough to catch him for turn 1. Oh, but Zampa blows by division. The hards really benefiting him at this point in time in the race. Oh! And it seems Maxim's on ice skates because he's just sliding everywhere. As division goes for the move again on Zampa. Oof. Side by side. You should not go side by side through there.
Ooh. It's such a
Big
hard
send from division.
fight. Such a hard fight rushing.
Yeah, and last week at Silverstone we've seen Zampa and division battling for a while as well. I can't remember who the third driver was in there. I think it was Jed Adam. And it was just those 3, and Billion was there as well, and they were constantly battling in Silverstone. So it seems they've reignited that flame this race.
Yeah, that makes it more exciting concept to watch. It's very good to see how to at least know how to keep it respectable and giving up space, especially because side to 2 is not something you can do against anybody.
And Payox gets past Bradley as Craig's gonna. Oh, it's a big send! Oh, and he spun! Craig spun.
Oh,
that was unlucky.
A lot of mental time lost from Craig.
Division and Zampa going at it again. Oh, right turn 1.
These 2 are just gonna keep fighting lap after lap now.
This is a great battle so far. Oh no! No!
No!
No! No!
Oh. And
Oh!
Division kind of stopped just to check if Zampa's okay, but he is definitely not okay.
And there's no safety car, so Division may as well just keep going. But, oh, that's so disappointing. As Zampa went to overtake on the inside, Division went to cover off the inside. Oh, that's so disappointing.
Yeah, I was walking. I was gonna say, I think Zampa just didn't move enough. You probably should have been a bit more dramatic on the movement. It came with him.
And Charisma's looking for the move on Bradley.
Ooh, that's top 3 are pitting.
And as Charisma goes for the move on Bradley, I think this is a good time to look at the tyre situation, see what everyone's on. And Charisma gets by Bradley, but I think he might have given Bradley the DRS. No, Charisma has the DRS still. But Bud and Monkey onto the hards. Payox has already did a lap on the hards, but he's behind Monkey. Billion's on the sauce in this 2-stop that he's doing. And Stenner's out on the softs. Do you think the softs could go to the end?
That is a giant stretch. That is around 15 laps. That is a big stretch. I'm not entirely sure about that. And Division called it a day into the pits.
Yeah, I think he believes he has some blame for that. Because Zampa did move over to overtake there, and Division made a late move to the inside. But Monkey on these hards is now at the back of Billion. So even on cold hards, Monkey's showing insane pace.
Yeah, it's crazy pace on this track too. I think even was the one did got all coming no surprise.
And he did have a bad start, but he's showing the pace that he has as Billions, given 6 lap on those softs, and now he's coming in for his last pit stop.
So that doesn't look anywhere too much in his favor as he comes out. Just in P7 behind Craig.
It's quite interesting to see what Stenner's doing though. I mean, maybe he thinks that he's...
He might be confident in the size of the gap. He might try to pull off
Yeah.
a gap. So like hit it again. Or soft off.
Yeah, I'm thinking
It doesn't care about.
he probably thought that he'd gapped like 9 seconds it was before people started pitting and etc. That he could do it again.
And he's close. I mean, he's already 18 seconds between him and Monkey.
And that gap is building, so
It's fresh slots against
think-
fresh hard.
I think what Stenner needs to do is do just like a short stint on the softs, and as soon as he feels like he can pit and get out ahead of Monkey, he should do it, because those softs do fall off quickly, so he doesn't want to lose any time.
If you were to split up evenly, because I think he hit somewhere in lap 14, he would be hitting somewhere around 21, 22. Get
Yeah.
another stops again. So that would have a gap by the time it comes to that lap. It's already
Yeah, because
19.
he is. Yeah, it was 17, and in a matter of a couple of corners, it's now 19. So the pace in the softs is different around here. But the only thing I'm worried about is the wear of the softs as well.
The one thing that could really mess them up is safety car comes out, and that gap is just eliminated.
Yeah,
But I don't think it will
Although-
happen. I think all the guys we have left are, well, for one, they're spread out, and I don't think anyone will make a mistake now.
he does have the benefit though of if a safety car does come out, then he will stay out in front if he pits.
But if a safety car were to come out right now, I mean like right now, if he pits for
Then it-
another slots, he would still have trouble at the end of the race.
Yeah, if it were to come out right now, then it would be bad for him because he would then probably have to switch to the mediums, I'm guessing, if he has another set.
One thing that I was interested in seeing was to see if Progresso was gonna get that gap between him and King lower, because he's on the mediums compared to the hards. But I think both of them are going just about the same amount of pace.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm guessing Maxim will be looking to pit soon as well, because he's the only one currently on a somewhat long stint.
15 lap on the mediums, about to be 16.
He'll probably pit, I'm guessing, 19 or 20 onto the softs. And that gap between Charisma and Peox seems to be staying around 3 seconds.
I'm looking on the outboard because the credit just doesn't have the best lines. In that slow speed, the downhill left keeps running over that curve and just gets so much time lost there.
The outside curb is he running over?
No, the inside one. The where you're going super slow, trying to get the best traction possible for the second DRS rate.
Well, I guess you'd know better than me because sometimes I take that inside curve as well, and that's probably where I'm losing time as well.
It does lose you time. That's the thing with this game. If you touch any curve, even the small ones, you lose a little bit of time. Like usually,
Well,
you just
we'll
want to kiss it before anything.
We'll go on board with Charisma to see how his lines are. Hopefully we don't add any extra pressure.
Oh, there's no pressure now. Yeah, here it's completely fine. Exactly how you're supposed to.
And then this corner is pretty tough because you don't want to go onto that exit curb. That exit curb
Trick
has
is
been
you have
added
the right
to.
amount of speed, and then you go over it, throws you out to the outside wall. So like,
Yeah.
that inside curve right there. The last lap he ran over it, and here he pissed him. He took a little bit too much speed and went wide on exit. So
Yeah.
it's the small things that make you lose time.
And then AJ's in the chat cheering on Craig, who is on 6th, or is in 6th on the hards.
Yeah, Greg is having a strong pace. He went for that super long strategy of just going as long as possible, trying to get fresh softs. It's only 2 lap goals on hards too, so.
I'd like to see could he cut that gap to Budweiser, because he is in the Red Bull. Should help him along. Although Budweiser does have great pace at the same time, so it'll be tough to do.
We'll see. Greg is getting that gap down, if nothing else, by 3/10, 4/10 every lap. I think realistically, our Red Bull will be stronger that second though.
And Bradley now on warm hards is looking for the move on Maxim, but Maxim comes in the pits, decides that's the time to switch.
Maxim will probably still come out from JG. So.
Can't even tell if JG's still racing after his spins. He could be paused for all we know.
I don't blame him. And there's not too much else going on now.
Yeah.
He's gonna
The-
sultry boys and haters. I mean, thing is, I'd like to talk, but then I don't want to hear my own recordings. It is what it is.
And then it'll be also interesting to see when Stenner pits and if he ahead.
Is your internet dying right now?
No.
Hmm.
1 second. I have a feeling like.
No, that fixed it.
Did I fix it?
Well, I was going back to running smooth at least
from one of you.
Yeah, I can see that. Sorry about that, everyone, and AJ. As oh, Bud almost lost it, but yeah, I don't know what happened there with the lag.
That was a nasty lag spike.
Yeah, it was very bad. It's annoying because my Wi-Fi is extremely inconsistent. Because one day it'll work and I could stream in 1080p easy, and then there'll be a day where 480p is the max.
Yeah, your internet is very bipolar.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best. That's the best adjective for it.
I think the funniest thing is whenever we have like those final acrobatics and I end up like just driving behind you, your car is always teleporting like within meters, of going in front to back to sideways and then back in front again.
Yeah. What we're waiting for is Elon Musk to come out with Starlink, so we can have good Wi-Fi finally. Because so go Elon, let's go. Because the Wi-Fi here, regardless of what we do, regardless of how much we pay, I don't think it will be good. And Charisma comes in for a stop.
Oh, that's interesting.
I thought he could have made it to the end on those.
He could have.
But
Maybe he wants the left for the festival.
Potentially, or maybe even thinks maybe the tire wear might have been too high for him on mediums, and he just thought the softs would help him more in these last 7 laps.
But then made him lose P4. So if he was to climb back up to where he was, he would have to make up around 18, almost 20 plus seconds, and was pretty much 7 laps now. See how that goes. Well, Stenner, I think Stenner will bet, or he's just gonna finish or attempt to finish on those softs.
Not sure. I wish we had like the AWS graphic that give you like a vague estimate at least of what the wear was on.
I swear, I remember seeing an AWS graphic on this game. I'm not entirely sure how much passed it out and see why, but I could have sworn there was one in this game.
Now that you say that, I think there might have been.
Like,
I
there
think I
was, but it
remember
was like,
seeing the AWS.
it was like in the early weeks of the game, and it was an option, and then all of a sudden it's a little bit more harder to find, or they just completely took it out. I'm not too sure which.
Maybe they thought, or maybe people were complaining about they didn't want to see it, or maybe for like esports it might have given away too much. I don't know.
Maybe. The thing is, it was such a good graphic because it makes more sense in the video game than it does in real life. The one in real life is really just a rough estimate. There's no basis behind it.
And Stenner's coming in.
Yep. He's gonna come up still comfortably ahead, probably by like 6-7 seconds.
I think Charisma's made a second on Billion so far. So we'll see what else he can do. I think he was going for the fastest lap, but I'm guessing he didn't know that Stenner still had a chance to go in the softs. And then JG could still even head on to the softs in the Merc, because it's unlikely he'll catch Maxim. So he could try it.
Only if Maxim were to have a spin. That's one point. JG does have the best, probably the best chance of getting the fastest lap. Doesn't have that work.
As well as having no real consequences of pitting, although you can see Stenner's now coming around to lap him. as well. He's in Stanner's view. It's not very often you see a Merc getting lapped.
No, not at all.
But with the pace of Stanner, you might say today.
Yeah, I have to give it a hand to him. Today was definitely a dominant show of class from Stanner. I think it's probably the strongest race I've seen him do so far. I can't blame him. I can't say anything else. Usually I'm the one who's always giving him slack, but he's definitely showing what he can do. He landed everything right.
And JG lets him through, so we'll see if he'll get the fastest lap here on this push lap, I'm guessing. I wonder how he takes this slow section as well.
Yep, that's pretty much exactly how you take that.
Clearly a lot better than I would.
I think the trick is you have to sort of break a little bit earlier than you would think you would have to. So if you were, I don't know if you were online, but at least with the line with this game, whenever you see the braking point for that specific corner, you break, I'd say, like 5 meters before that point. There's a little bit of an illusion going on, but if you break a little bit earlier, you get a better line for that exit. You can just straight line it onto the straight.
Stanner comes round, he does hit the fastest lap, but 26.6, which is quite amazing because that was some people's Q3 time was a 26.6.
Yeah, Stanner pretty much doing quality laps now at this point.
Yeah. And then Monkeys, I don't even know what he's doing, he's kind of waving down the straight. Maybe just trying to make sure Payox gets no slipstream to catch. But so far in the first two races they were mental to the end, and this race has been a little more reserved. There have been some great battles, but coming to the last couple laps there's been not much going on if you're just looking at the gaps be maintained.
Yeah, everybody super good apart. At least, definitely it was a lot more closer in the beginning, first half at least. And now, everyone's pretty much settled to her, just waiting for the race to finish now.
And then Charisma's,
pushing against Stanner.
and then I believe Charisma's as well, because he was 8 seconds behind Billion, but now he's coming up to 4 seconds. So I think he's going to try and maybe get him in the last lap, if he can.
If he can close out the gap to at least by that last lap, or before starting the last lap, should be an interesting fight on the last one.
I can hear that he's really pushing, because I can hear the tires just locking a little bit through a lot of the corners. So he's trying to get that 6th.
And just washing his steering wheel, just using all the battery that he has, definitely pushing them. Oh, he's not gonna have any by the time he does catch it up.
Maybe he's hoping just for Billion to make a mistake, and then he's hoping that he's just there when it happens.
We'll see. It's definitely an interesting choice to really come in at that point and for softs.
Yeah, I feel like he would have been able to manage him then, and maybe at worst Budweiser would have got him on the hards at the end. Maybe like that would have been the worst that could happen. But
Yeah, it's not the first questionable call we've seen Charisma do. I think definitely one. The other one was the first race of Tier 2
trying to remember what happened again.
Um, Charisma was one of the ones who started on mediums, and when the first safety car came out, he pitted for mediums again. And
Oh yeah.
there wasn't a safety car again, so when he had to pit again, he literally lost all the positions he made up.
Although Maxim's now closing up to Bradley as well. And he's on softs, although these are pretty worn softs, so it'll be interesting to see if he can get it moved done. Although he does have 6 seconds of penalties. So Bradley, regardless of whether he loses the position, should be able to keep it. And JG spun again, so he's at least definitely here. He's not letting the AI finish the race through. But he's been struggling the entire time. As Charisma pushing too hard, got a penalty.
Oh no. Oh,
I think that
there goes any chance
takes
of
us-
P6 now.
Yeah, that takes his P6 hopes. Yeah, because I can tell why he's been pushing, because he's been like 3.7 seconds behind for a while, so he's trying desperately just to close up. And Maxim's gonna look to get Bradley into turn 1. I'm on the last lap here, so Bradley just let him through, but he might come back again.
Bradley's looking. Can't quite get it.
Yep, decided to back out because he knows with the penalties he could still jump him.
Though it would have been more entertaining to see them fight, even if it was just the last lap. Not much anything else going on anyways.
I think Bradley's going for points over entertainment at this point.
Standard is almost about a lap. Bradley and Maxim too.
Yeah. I think they will get past the line before Stenner does. So this battle should go on another lap, basically. Even though Stenner's on the last lap. And we'll go on board with Stenner as he crosses the line. And Stenner is going to win his first race in RPL this season.
By a
And
massive 22-second gap.
yeah, that is one of the most comfortable races I've ever seen for Stenner and for anyone. A massive gap of 22 seconds to Monkey, followed by third of Kings, who had won the first 2 races, and he's kept a streak of podiums so far. And then it'll be a 3-4 for Ferrari as Bud comes along in fourth, followed by Craig, and then Billion, and then Charisma in the Merc, and then oh, Bradley's gone wide. So Maxim and Bradley were still battling on this last lap. I think Maxim might have been trying to force a mistake out of Bradley. Oh, it seemed like Maxim almost lost it on these tires.
You can extend those stops way a lot. 9 laps. The penalties would have been fine, but Bradley's gonna jump him now.
He does come across the line in 8th, but Bradley will jump up into 8th as Maxim completely wrecks the car. But that was a great race because there wasn't a lot of penalties. Everyone was keeping it very clean.
No, I definitely, at least like that. At least we didn't have many like crashes, Tyrese. At least we
The
kept
only-
most of the lobby.
The only controversial point was probably the Zampa and Division incident.
Yeah, possible. And even then, I don't think it was much of a big deal. I think for the most part, it was a
Clean race.
Yep. And it's a great one for Aaron. We'll try and invite these three to part. And did you see who the driver of the day was?
Oh man, I always keep messing up with that.
Oh.
Hold on. Was a good educated guess.
Oh, press the wrong button. Right, I'll just go do it this way.
I would almost say correct, just because he started from P8 up to P5.
I don't really like get it wrong about the wrong person in the party.
Yeah.
You can't invite Craig if you're guessing it. He's the one.
I mean, if I'm going by like the game's logic.
And then Monkey and Piox. Hello, Piox. I wonder is that everyone in? Think it is?
Oh,
Does everyone tick the box?
I believe so.
No. Shut up then.
Oh well. I think we'll start with Piox. How'd that race go for you?
Born as ever. I mean, I knew once Monkey. I knew
Well-
when I saw Monkey get up to 5th, I knew when I was finishing.
Well, it's a good enough start for the season for you because you've now got a podium in every race so far, with the first two being wins. And how'd the race go for you, Monkey, in second?
Pretty boring. Yeah, I'm driving with no traction, and this track does not. Yeah, it's not my best track, so took it a bit too careful, I think. But yeah, safe P2.
And then Stanner, how'd that race go for you as well? In first, did it look pretty comfortable?
A bit boring. As soon as the first monk at the start, it was just like, that was kind of it, to be honest. There's not really much left.
Shit track then. Okay.
No,
Feel
this is
sorry
probably
for
my
you,
favourite- this is-
commentators.
Yeah, that's probably one of my strongest tracks on the game, so to get a McLaren, it was pretty nice.
Oh well, there were some battles at the back that were fun.
I mean, I witnessed Bradley and Max have a nice little battle on the last couple of laps.
I've witnessed Division and Zampa also.
Yeah.
Oh no, what did you do?
You hit him off.
Oh,
He's
he
ignoring
just
my
left our
text.
party straight away, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh no.
Senpai, if you're listening, I'm sorry.
Don't laugh while you say you're sorry.
Yeah.
And I think we invited Craig to the party, but he didn't come. I think he was the driver of the day. We couldn't really tell.
I think it was
someone else.
Maxim.
Yeah, it was Maxim.
Yeah, Maxim got driver for the day.
Well, we'll try and invite him now because we're still here.
I was wrong.
We couldn't tell who the driver of the day was because me and Hooters both missed it.
Yeah.
But,
There really
Back on
wasn't much
Davis.
going on that last half, so...
I saved the
man.
car would be nice,
Oh.
made it more interesting, but
speaking
Yeah,
of bad commentators, I forgot to check the incidents. Just to remind himself.
I can go for it if you want.
Quick,
Well, there's differences in
Okay.
incident between me and Senpai.
I've got all the incidents there. I'll even go through it
Max
slower,
though.
just to make sure. Maxim,
Bucks.
Maxim, while you come in, can you tick the box as well?
Yeah.
Well, you're Maxim, the driver of the day. How'd that race go for you?
Real great, really thrilling race.
Idiot.
Yep, all positions gained because of DNFs. Yep.
There seems to be a common theme among all the drivers that they thought that was the best race they've ever raced. Just everyone really enjoyed it.
Yeah, really close laps between everyone, yeah. Like,
Mhm.
Exciting
Yes.
battles. Up and down, definitely.
Oh, guys, I'm going offline. I need to wake up in like
This is why we
2.5
need
hours.
JDM
So,
and RPL.
Hi, Monkey.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Well,
My info.
well, with that, I think we'll leave that stream here, and that's been round 3 at RPL, and Stanner's been your winner.
Oi.
And
Yep.
Brilliant.
but I think going in the next round, I think Payox still leads with that podium. So
And he'll gain more
see
points
then.
on me.
I'm not sure what race that is. If any of you have the calendar.
I'll have a look a second. Where is it? Calendar. Oh.
Japan. So
It was
I
Japan.
think haters will leave the comms booth for that race just to.
No,
might.
no,
I
no.
might
You're,
just do a one-off. I might just do
He
a
loves
one-off.
Japan. So anyway, thanks for watching, everyone.
see ya.
Bye.
Yeet. He's going to bed. He needs to wake up in 2.5 hours.
By the dashboard.
And
What do you mean? He had no traction, so I started shit.